Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, everyone and everything in between. My name is Jon Snoo. I am joined here with Hitman, and we are doing the race for spoiler pilot week of the ALTTPR Open League Season 4. This is going to be between Aga's backup dancers and SaHa's kids. The runners are going to be Immortal Koi and Gylgamesh, and honestly, I don't know who the pilots are. I believe it is John the Branch for the backup dancers, and for SaHa's kids, I believe it's Mike.
If you are correct.
How you doing tonight, Hitman? Doing pretty good?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Coming fresh off that win for Team Darkside for literally 30 minutes ago. And, we're off. We're getting ready to go. So we're not going to have much time here to for formalities, Hitman. We're going to just jump right on into it here in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, and it's the start of week 4, so we're doing spoiler key sanity with the pilot piloting the runners. The pilot has access to the spoiler log, the runners do not. And we are off. An immediate divergence here is we have Koi starting at Link's house,
Oh, wow.
Gilgamesh at Sanctuary.
Quake at Link's house, Fire Rod and Sank. We're already looking at a very open start very early. There's already a
And
bunch
Koi
of
immediately
bears.
with a save and quit to get that fire rod.
Yep.
Gilgamesh heading for, looks like a setup for the Houlihan room.
Meanwhile, it looks like Koi is going to be going on over to Lost Woods. What are we killing a guard for? What's the prize pack? Oh, we gave up on it. All right.
Yeah, those guards are getting a little too aggressive.
Yep. They were hard. They were pretty hard aggroed. He got hit with a sightline very, very early. So if we're hula-hanning, I think something has to be here. Like money-wise. So either something is either on Zora or we need money for bombs. One or the other. And looks like we're going to South Grove to do some 50-50.
We have our first Turtle Rock small key. Those are always nice to have.
Oh, yeah, they are. Need at least 3 to complete the dungeon.
And our tracker, Lumaga, with access to the spoiler log, has the crystal and pendant layouts filled in for us, since we will not be seeing any map checks in this run.
No, we will not. Because the pilots already know exactly where everything is. They're just having to take the time to go through a text file to find it. And they tell the runner, hey, go here, open this. Go away now.
That also has one of the advantages that Houlihan start by Gilgamesh gives the pilot an extra chance to peruse through that spoiler log.
Yep, that's exactly what me and Garrison did earlier tonight. That is exactly what you actually do want to do. Ooh, so there's nothing in the bomb wall.
So we got an ice rod from Blind Cell. And Gilgamesh picking up the Swamp Palace big key, so perhaps something in that big chest in Swamp Palace.
See, us here in the commentator's booth, we could tell you what's there. We're not going to, though. We're going to have some fun with it. We kind of want to play the guessing game. There goes Gilgamesh's one bomb that he farmed the 50-50 farmed the 50-50 bushes for one bomb. And that was the bomb that he needed. Getting a free blue mail upgrade, some rupees. GT small, that'll make GT pretty nice. In the CAC well, because I just barely missed it, so I had to bring it up on restream really quick.
Yeah, there was a glove in there, and a blue mail.
Yep.
And Koi is farming for extra rupees.
Needs 50 to be able to buy some bombs. Bombs, booms.
And again, that's showing the advantage of the Houlihan start from Gilgamesh.
Yep, because there's going to be some awkward running back down, running back up, because I believe if Gilgamesh blows up the north wall here, then there's something here, but it doesn't look like he's going to. So either way, going from south to north, it's a little bit of a time difference, but not much. Because they're going to be, Ikoya and JTB are going to be able to do the chicken house here and then be able to leave. They'll be done. Unless there's something maze race, I believe. Now we got good old vanilla music for ALTTP. So both runners are getting Swamp Palace big, so something has to be in that chest, I believe. There has to be at this point. Because sometimes as a runner, you do filler, right, Hitman? You know, as a hit runner as well, you kind of just open some chests to buy your pilot some time while they're figuring out what's in where. And Back of
Yeah,
Brewery is
exactly.
actually one of the ones I do.
But that definitely seemed deliberate, especially on Koi's part.
Yes.
He went out of his way to go grab that key.
Yes, he did. He went right back to it. The guards drop bombs. I figured it'd be something like that. That would explain the earlier flub up, but I mean, sometimes the game is hard.
And we
It
get
is
an
from the 90s after all.
immediate mountain play from Koi as Gilgamesh heads towards Hyrule Castle.
Ooh, Koi, are you going to be able to do this with just bombs? Item swapping to find out if they're at the door, which they are. Ooh, we took a fall. That's not good. Okay,
Down to one heart.
Koi should be fine.
Also, too luckily for him, if he takes a death right here, he'll just have to redo that one room with the old man.
Yep, and not the whole section of it. This Dead Rock not being friendly. Ooh, mirror.
Vanilla
That's
mirror.
a big play. Are we climbing? No, we're leaving. Yeah, vanilla mirror. This makes the dark crossplay on Gilgamesh's side. I don't know how I feel about it because you're either going to take a death warp or a save and quit here.
Yeah,
And
unless
once
they
again,
get a flute early on, he's going to have to do that same walk up the mountain to save the old man. So
exactly. And my
now
thing
when
is
Koi
too,
decides to go back to the mountain, he just has to save and quit and start from straight from there.
the thing is too is that you're doing dark cross with only fire rod. You have to memorize the locations, obviously, and a lot of people in League are very good at their dark rooms. However, sometimes it can get sketched really quick. Good preemptive fire rod to get rid of that Ropa, though. I agree with that one. Oh, now we gotta find the torch. Uh-oh, it's not there. Oh, you got blocked by a Ropa. Oh, no! All right, you gotta try to find the chest by itself, Gilgamesh, I believe. I believe.
And he
Oh, you got
found
it! What a gamer, dude.
So that was a lot of work for that Thieves Town small key, so something good must be in that big chest.
Yes, I believe so. You know, I'm not gonna tell the stream what's there. But let's find out what's there. Huh. You know what, Hitman, let's have some fun. I'm gonna DM you what's there. Now, as like me and you have done quite a few pilot spoiler practice seeds back and forth and a few asyncs and some live races too, right? So let me ask you this. The item I just DM'd you, would you have done that for that?
Probably not.
I don't think I would either.
It's a lot of extra work just for that one item that you don't really need. But again, that also depends on how comfortable you are with those. I won't say what.
Exactly. We gotta keep the crowd in suspense. We can't give them the flat out details. You guys are gonna just have to sit here and wait and watch them whenever they open up that chest. Because they got the small key, so they are opening that chest. There's no way around it. You wouldn't have done all that work to not open that chest. At least in my opinion. Because for Thieves Town, you only need the small key to open the big chest. You do not need that small key for anything else. You could just grab the pot small and finish out the dungeon willy-nilly. Ooh. Kana Samaria and Ice Rod Cave, huh? Okay. We're starting to get interesting now. So we're going to have some pretty easy diver downs, free icebreaker and ice palace if we have to go there. We got a small key for Tower of Hera on Koi's side as well. So
Yeah, it's also an interesting pickup there. We might have something in the Hera basement.
every time I'm just gonna bring it up in our DMs hit, man. They have to wait. The crowd has to wait. I think that makes it more fun.
Absolutely.
Let's see, we're going back to South Grove area on Koi's side.
Gonna check the shovel here.
Yep. But only the shovel, so that means nothing is in Cave 45. Well, we can't go to Dark World anyway. So... Wait, I actually missed where Hammer was on Gilga's side.
It was in SaHa's closet.
Oh, okay.
Here's the big key to Misery Mire.
And we're digging. We were
not
waiting
sure
for
what
pilot.
that was about. Oh,
we were
okay.
waiting for pilot instructions. That was definitely a where do I go? Where do I go?
We're getting an Eastern Palace dip on Gilgamesh's side.
And coming up soon on Koi's side as well is going to be Saha Claws into Eastern as well, it looks like.
And with no bow or big key here, most likely a double dip of Eastern Palace is in the works.
This dungeon always feels kind of bad to double dip, especially without boots. It's actually pretty slow. Oh, that's what we're there for. Got the big boy glove. Koi about to get that hammer. And with that save and quit from Link's house, that leads me to believe that we need something in VOO. Or no, wait. Gilgamesh still has to get Mirror. And this will be a much cleaner trip to the mountain too. Because we have Kana Samaria. But no magic, actually. We're just gonna hammer the whole way there?
Have access to the Eastern Eastern Death Mountain.
Yep. This is actually some really clean routing on Gilgamesh and Saha Kid's side, actually. Thinking about it. Because now there's no double trip up to the mountain. Even though all Koi has to do is after they get mitts, they can just save and quit and immediately basically meet right up with Saha's kids. We got red rupees out of Cannonball chest.
Might have been some miscommunication there on which chest to open up.
More than likely. There are that is the one nice thing about practicing and grinding out NMG a little bit, is that you learn very quickly what chest are what. Because you're only able to open up very specific ones. And looks like Gilgamesh giving up on the Dark Mountain climb. And now the routing went from there to I don't know anymore. We going straight to VOO more than likely?
Yeah, it looked like it.
And I believe that Aga's backup dancers are going to go to... Never mind. Okay. This is the fun... Okay, I thought so. No?
We have some uncertainty there.
Yeah, a lot of bringing up the save and quits all of a sudden. But that's what pilot spoiler is all about. Like, you could be in the middle of being like, okay, yeah, I go do this, but then your pilot's immediately like, nope, figured out something better.
All right, chess game gives us our second Total Rock small key. And like you said earlier, we need at least 3 of them. And if something is in the lava chest, we're going to need all 4 of them.
Yep. A majority of the time, too, in pilot spoiler, the fourth TR small is actually in Lava Bridge chest of itself, too. Oh, we get a hype cave check here. Ooh, hook shot and brewery. Small key to pod from the NPC of hype cave. Ooh, that's a big key. That's a big key for Skull Woods. We opened it, so I wonder if there's anything there.
Koi up to 5 hearts now. Gylgamesh still on 3.
They both have blue mail, so that drops the amount of hearts that you need drastically. At least for me, it would. However, there's different comfort levels, and everyone is able to be at a different comfort level in pilot spoiler because you are able to clear the game very, very quickly. And I found out what's in Skullwood's big chest, and this one I will just actually say out loud. That is red boomerang. And I don't know how I feel about that one. There's the big key for Eastern. We're gonna save and quit with the Smitty boy because we do not have the mirror. That early mirror is starting to pay dividends now for Aga's backup dancers, as it looks like there's going to be something in K45 as well.
Yeah, and when Koi does the Smith turn in, he's going to have a much easier time of it with that mirror. Get some rupees here from K45.
Yep, because Koi is going to be able to do it from south to north, so it is going to be a much faster Smith turn in. So this is a huge time game right now for Aga's backup dancers. If you are the person not playing for these two teams right now, Aga's backup dancers kind of stepping and tip-tap-toeing away, doing some pirouettes and stuff right now with their routing. The SaHa kids, though, we really have to get that mirror. And I agree,
Vern.
Vern.
To Thieves Town.
Ooh. Oh, and we got hammer pegs as well. Man, this is not. That very unfortunate Dark Mountain climb fail. Oh, never mind. We got no hammer pegs. We are having to buy a lot of time for our pilots. This seed must be something.
Looks like Gylgamesh is going to go try the mountain again.
Well, this time Gylgamesh has hookshot, so it's more than likely a load easier, because all you do is spam hookshot against the wall the whole time. It's basically like a metal detector, except it's a metal clinker. Yep. That's exactly what you got going on Gilgamesh's side, which is totally fine. Again, pilot spoiler, you're usually very low on hearts. Your loadout is not what you're used to at all, especially for like a basic open.
I think to note too, we haven't seen a single sword yet.
Not a single sword. There's still no flute. There's still no boots, so boots have to be pretty deep. Because usually the first thing, I don't know if every pilot does this, but usually the first thing that we do, Control F Pegasus boots.
Yeah, I definitely like to know where those boots are early.
Yep, it's the first item that me and Garrison find every time.
Always disappointing to find out if they're in GT or deep in Turtle Rock.
So here's the decision that SaHa's kids is doing differently than Aga's backup dancers did. We're going to actually get a mountain climb here. There's a piece of heart on top. There's nothing inside if they're not going in. What do we got going on here? Gilgamesh, Mike, where are you guys taking us?
A lot of uncertainty on Koi's side right now.
Yeah, there's the flute. Oh, all right. I think that makes it pretty much square even now. They're gonna go activate that flute, and a lot of the routing is basically should be cleaner from here on in, but it's gonna be much more stressful on our pilots because our runners are gonna be much faster. We're not going to activate the flute. Never mind. Why? We going to cave 45 first for the 50 rupees? What are we doing here? Hype cave. Which way are we going? Going to hype cave. Yeah?
Yeah, there was a pod
Nope.
smoky in there, but we're not going to get that just yet.
Where are we going? I'm very interested, actually. Oh, we're going to get our first sword. That's what we're going to get. Now, which side we're going to get it from, though? I'll let you guys decide. And finally, 20 minutes and 40 seconds in, we have our first sword on Pyramid Ledge. Which now we're going to go activate our flute. Following that up. And out of curiosity, I decided to bring up the swords. Hitman, we're in for some nasty. This is starting to make a lot of sense now.
Yeah, when you get a first sword 20 minutes into a spoiler seed, you know they have to be buried pretty deep.
Yes, sir.
And
All
Koi
right.
with a quick takedown of Moldorm for his first crystal.
Very, very speedily done. Which I'm very surprised that we did not get a Tower of Hera clear on Saha Kid's side. Because we were literally right there. Maybe a sword for the comfort for the fight. Or we're saving Tower of Hera before going into GT for a full refill.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about Gilgamesh's setup for the Hera pot, so maybe more comfortable doing it with the boots.
Very well could be. And Wadib taking a swing at where some of the swords are at. Haha, haha. See what I did there? And I'm not going to say yes or no to any of them. I'll let you guys figure it out. Or let us see them. I will say, Hitman, though, in all honesty, this should be a tempered sword speed. Where the swords are, though, are pretty nasty. We're going to be on this fighter sword for quite some time. Another 300. Man, we are getting a lot of rupees. Do we want to retire after we kill Ganon? What's going on here, Link? And we're going to get the salute on Koi's side for the flute. Here soon, hopefully we find the boots to where that way we can scoot. So with Skullwoods being a pendant and it having the money, is there a required item here other than the only thing I spoiled here was the red boomerang in that big chest? Oh, we got a male upgrade. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, you definitely won't say no to a red mail on a spoiler seed.
Especially since Gilgamesh is still on 3 hearts compared to Koi's 6. And we're getting a Mire Shed check here on Koi's side as well.
And there's our Ether Medallion, which we need for Turtle Rock entry.
Are we getting hammer pegs now on Gilgamesh's side whenever Koi and them abandon it?
And that's a convenient spot for the Desert Big Key, sitting right outside.
It was on Desert Ledge? Oh, man. That's... Alright. That's pretty funny.
You know, interestingly, on Koi's side earlier, we saw him start the hammer pegs, but then abandon it. So let's see what we have inside here.
Yeah, I'm very interested to find out because that was a very quick bit. Oh.
Big Key to Hera.
So Gilgamesh doesn't know how to Harapot then. And there's Koi's sword on Desert Palace Big Chest, which should be Gilgamesh's master sword.
We're going to see the purple chest turn in from Gilgamesh. I don't believe we saw this from Koi. We get the blue cane. So a nice safety there.
And
If
we're going to get...
is needed in Spike Cave.
Yep. And we're going to get a Landmo kill here on Koi's side. So that'll be 2 crystals up to SaHa's Kid's unfortunate 0 at the moment. We're going back into Dark World on SaHa's Kid's side, though, for Gilgamesh.
Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be the Thieves Town play.
You know what? I'm too curious. I have to find out where boots are. I can't hold it in any longer. I can't hold it in any longer, Hitman. As a runner, I can't do it. Oh. I would not be doing Thieves Town right now. I'll let you see why here in a sec, Hitman. Can you guess why? Let's have some fun with this.
I'm guessing he has access to the boots then.
Uh-huh. Well, not yet on Gilgamesh's side. However, Koi does. And there they are.
Yeah, so that explains Koi's wanting to come straight to desert, getting a sword and the boots.
That's
2 very nice items to have.
And especially for a dungeon like Thieves Town that you can get done in under 3 minutes with boots. Man.
Yeah, Thieves Town is definitely one of the dungeons that you like to have the boots on. A lot of long hallways to dash through.
A lot of RNGs that are prevented as well with boot dash strats as well. So, like, harmless right here, or not harmless. It's not harmless at all. It is very, very, very deadly. Especially without boots. However, Gilgamesh making it look real easy. We'll still take a spike to the face, though, in that room. It was a damage boost for RNG manipulation against blind. Trust me. Ooh, what was Checkerboard Cave? I missed it.
It was a heart container.
So Koi's looking pretty nice and comfy right now.
Yeah, and I know some of the practice seeds that I've done with Koi, he's finished with less hearts than this, so definitely very comfortable with low hearts.
Yeah, this is around our comfort zone, yeah. I see that. I think the lowest, what's the lowest hearts that you've done, Hitman? Since we have time here right now.
Just last night, actually, I did 6 hearts.
Nice. The lowest I've done so far is 4. It was 4 hearts. However, blue mail was validation chest. So I got out of doing a 4-heart Ganon.
But you had to do a 4-heart green mail, everything else in the seed.
Uh-huh. Oh, come on, Gylgamesh. I believe. I believe. And yeah, it was definitely a miss mirror. That was definitely accidental. We're here for just 2 things, I think? 1 or 2 things. Let me look. 2 things. And we're actually gonna find out the answer to what I was asking earlier of, would you get the Thieves Town big chest here? And yeah, you do not want a mirror if you plan on killing the boss, which Thieves Town is a crystal. We kind of got to do it. Ooh, that's
Very nice
good
blue potion
info.
there.
Yup. That is super comfy on Koi's side. So should be totally fine on that.
And
We
I
got the
believe
water.
we're now about to see why we were farming for rupees earlier.
Yep.
We
There's
will be
nothing on the
paying the
ledge.
scamfish. Koi with just enough rupees to get this.
Kings are about to pop up and be like, yo, if you use this code for vanilla flippers.
So we had a vanilla mirror and vanilla flippers.
Okay. Usually with just one item, like one major progression item, haha, is this even random? Haha. Like, but whenever you start seeing 2, 3, like once you go above the 1, you're like, really, game? Really? You could have put this anywhere else. Especially because I think that the only thing that we needed from Zora area was flippers, it looked like. Because we only went to Waterfall Fairy to get the blue goo. That was it. There was no chest open, if I wasn't mistaken.
And there we see the lamp out of the big chest in Thieves Town from Gylgamesh.
And that's what we've been waiting for about 30 minutes to find out what that Thieves Town Small was all about. And I think on Koi's side, we're just never seeing that lamp. Well,
Yeah,
so while we're doing go ahead.
If he was gonna get that small key, he would have done it much sooner, I believe.
Yep. And being Koi's teammate Hitman, you're gonna have to presume that they're very comfortable with their dark rooms.
Oh, absolutely. And he's even very comfortable with the, well, not that we have to do it, but the castle tower climb in the dark.
Yep. That one is one of the, in my opinion, that one's one of the funnest ones to do. A lot of people think it's stressful, but I have fun in it. Oh, and we're gonna get Uncle. Oh, this is some smart. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Where are we going? We're going.
We are going to see that
into-
small key.
We are going to see that thief small. Yep, we sure are. JTB probably saying, "Hey, we're doing pretty good. Let's keep this up." Because even though you might not need it, the lamp makes a lot of things way faster. And you know, now that I think about it though too, it does kind of like the Thief Town small key here. It's where lamp would be at, kind of, sort of.
In the same general area.
Yeah. Just teleport the Thieves Town small and the lamp and have them, you know, kinetic reverser each other. I think that's the name of the toy that you can use in World of Warcraft. I actually don't know. I play way too many other video games for my own good, though, too. All right, we're getting 20 rupees out of the mire, and then we're getting the ether. That was probably some communication trouble to figure out which chest was which. However, the 20 rupees is going to get us even closer to those vanilla flippers. Hear the excitement in my voice. And Gilgamesh is about to get their second sword and boots. So that means that Koi will have boots for roughly 10 minutes faster. Or 10 minutes longer, not faster. Apologies.
And Gilgamesh makes his way through desert. Will be rewarded with his boots at the end of this dungeon,
Yep.
as well as a Master Sword.
We're gonna get the TR play here on Koi's side. I believe we have 3 smalls. It looks like we do. Yep.
Yep, 3 smalls, and he filled up his bottle with some blue goo, so ready to go for this dungeon.
So we're still missing for go mode. Let's see here. We're missing the Swamp Palace small key. We got the Mire big. We still don't have the Eastern Palace big on Koi's side, but we have it on Gilgamesh's side. So that must be somewhere pretty easy to get.
I think Koi does have it, because I believe they both got it from Stumpy.
Yep, and that's exactly where it was. And that's the big key for TR in Hookshot Cave. Wow. Much convenience, such wow.
Yeah, so we had the Desert Big Key right next door, and the same for Turtle Rock. Very nice.
This seed item-wise is not that nice. However, key-wise, it's pretty friendly. Ooh, what's that small for? Skull Woods. Ah, confusion for the heart container. Got it. Because we're done with Skull Woods, to my knowledge. Nice fight on Gilgamesh's side. And yeah, he got the Tims!
Now both of our runners will be able to run around really fast.
Both of our runners will fill in their actual duties as runners by being able to run. Speaking of runners, give our runners a follow if you can. They're putting themselves on the nice main stage here. Well, the second main stage, because we have a lot of main stages here for the Open League. Give them a follow. I'm sure they would appreciate it. We like to spread the love here in this community. And at the same time, too, thank you to the tracker Lumaga and for the restreamer here. We got my Discord closed. There it is. We got Yoinkers here. Yoinker's wife specifically. Much appreciated for the restream for this race. Since we were playing some catch up here and we aren't opening a chest for possibly a little bit. Out of curiosity, for that I'm way a little bit ahead. Let's see what's here.
Interesting there, we picked up the mushroom on Koi's side from Chain Chomper.
So far, the big grab from here was that Swamp Palace small encompass room for Turtle Rock. And looks like on Gilgamesh's side, we are going to get the Tower of Heraclear into TR. Wait a minute. Oh, probably doesn't know the bomb Hera jump, however knows the hook speed Hera pot. However, that kind of makes our keys kind of useless for here.
Yeah,
So
they grabbed that Hera Big Key from Hammer Pegs earlier, but didn't even need to use it.
Yeah, so it was not the greatest use of time there, actually, especially without boots for hammer pegs. It takes a little bit. If I recall correctly, it takes about 11 seconds to hammer them all down without boots.
Moldorm hanging out on the left side here, not playing nice.
Hey, come and get me. Come and get me. What you gonna do? Come and get me. Come and get me. Tag, you're it. Oh, and he got the Master Sword poke from earlier. Don't be scared. No!
Oh, and I think Koi just mismirrored.
Oh, no! A double oopsie at the same time. I missed it because of the fall.
Yeah, I believe he was quick swapping to either the boomerang. Yeah, I think it was the boomerang he was trying to get to.
Oh,
And
no.
accidentally mirrored out.
We got so many problems going on right now. The nerves are starting to hit in since we're 40 minutes in. Guys, it's all right. You can do this.
So in two separate dungeons, we had two mismirrors from both runners.
Did you call them misdemeanors?
It was mismirror, but close enough.
Oh, Miss Mirror. Oh, man.
But I guess in LTTPR rando, it would be considered a misdemeanor.
I mean, we're having to bunk the Moldorm into jail, so yeah. Oh, man. So, here's my thing with Gilgamesh's side. You had Master Sword, it was much safer to just hold it out and go for spins. It does the same damage as Hammer. At least that's just a comfort thing that I would do instead, though. Makes it to where the fight's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, so if you get hit into while you're holding out the sword, he won't knock you off that ledge.
Yep. Uh-oh. We're having some Dark Maze trouble on Koi's side.
Makes it back to the start of the room to reset it.
That's okay, because I also had issues. For some reason, my right input didn't come out. And in the middle of it, I was like, Garrison, what do I do?
Yeah, it's not a tricky room to navigate if you do it right, but one misclick and it can go terribly, terribly wrong.
Gilgamesh is entering TR now at the same time as well. And we're getting
Looks
a magic
like Koi
burn.
is going to do a fake powder here, perhaps.
Gonna have to figure out a way to burn that last 8 magic. And there it is.
Ooh, just missed. Has to be careful here, too. He doesn't get hit.
Oh, we're good. Oh, Koi's kind of a gamer, too. Everyone in this league is gamers, though. Let's be fair. Yup, there you go. There you go. Nice improv. Nice improv. I like it.
I know
Gilgamesh-
Koi likes to do the cane dash strat there.
They forgot to get the big key from Hookshot Cave. Oh, no. Oh, yep. Preemptively switch back to Ice Rod because you're going to need to do it. Oh, just do it again. Yeah, there we go, Koi. I still think that for the pain sound for the bosses, all they did was took a cat and baritoned it, and that was it. All it is going wow, wow. All it's doing. Every boss is just a cat that really wants its food. Man, the heart difference here, I can't see past it, but there is also a male difference now, too. That red male in Skullwood's kind of coming in clutch on Gilgamesh's side now, too. And Koi having to take the potion here. Ooh, good double spin. Nice fight. Nice phase 4. That was really good. I'm going to steal that double spin setup. I like it. I usually go for the quick A/ kill. But I wonder if that saves time or not. Something to prac hack.
Yeah, it's one of the nice things about watching races is that you always pick up little things here and there.
Yeah, because actually, that's a good point. Because after our race, apparently, our opponents were watching whenever I did curtain jump, and they saw the setup for it, and they talked to me after it, and they were like, "That's really free. I'm stealing that."
Oh, and Gilgamesh did not grab the well, getting the big key to Meyer here, but it looks like they only had 2 total rock keys. I don't know if they spent one or if that's all that they had, but they
I think that's all that
left.
they had going in. They did not get the TR small coming up here, I believe, in K45. No, K45 has 50 rupees, which we're still on the rupee hunt for them to get flippers off of Zora. And I believe that that's the play for them right now is to... Oh, never mind.
It looks like we're going to see a Meyer play here.
If we are getting a Meyer play this early, I'm genuinely curious if there's anything there. Well, I can say without a doubt that that's where all of our bottles are at. And Hitman, guess what they're all filled with?
Let's see. I'm going to go with bees.
No. Usually it's bees, though, so I understand why you guessed that. I'm not disagreeing with you on that one. But you want to know what they are?
What are they?
They're all blue potions.
Ooh,
Every
nice.
single one. Every bottle is blue potions.
So that is definitely going to be very tempting on both sides to grab at least one of them.
So one of them is pretty free, and we're going to see it now. Because you do this, and then you jump down and you go left.
Yeah, I definitely like that play to grab that blue bottle.
You're coming up on a very hard fight to do with just Master Sword and no bow. I agree with the blue potion grab 100%. And we're going to get the lamp on Koi's side as well. You want to know what the reward is for killing Vidi? Hitman?
Yeah, sure.
Another bottle with blue. So, if you save Meyer as a whole for last, you're going into GT with 2 bottles of blue goo. And I believe that that looks to be Aga Backup Dancer's play. However, there's like... No, they have to have the Eastern Palace Big Key, so that has to be a track club, maybe? It's not showing up. Ooh, we're a little bit slippery slope on the blind script here, but that's okay. Ooh, and there's another small key for TR. I think doing thieves first would have been better then. You wouldn't have had to steal the Poke Key at all.
It definitely would have been a little bit of a time save.
Well, because I know one of the things that we do is if it's a TR small on the lower world, we definitely prioritize it. The more Pokies you can skip, the better. And we're definitely getting dash strats on Gilgamesh's side. abusing this half magic.
Putting that blue cane to good use. In this part of the fight, a little bit trickier without the bow.
Going for spins. You would think that pokes would do more damage to an eyeball.
And I believe, yeah, he's going to have to burn a blue goo here, but has to be careful of where he takes off that cane, yeah.
This is a dangerous fight on Gylgamesh's side here. He has to be careful. Put him up in the corner and just slash spam. There you go.
Takes a lot, but eventually he will go down.
Yep. The thing is, you don't even have to have a rhythm to it, too. You could just mash it. And there's your blue goo. You are rewarded with a refill. Man, the blueberry Slurpees are just on fire right now in the land of Hyrule and the Golden Land. Meanwhile, we're getting a Swamp Palace clear more than likely on Koi's side. Just cruising. We're just playing. We're gaming and we're going.
Yeah, so what are we looking for here? We still need the bow.
Yep. We are...
And I believe that's it.
Yep, we are just a bow from go. Oh, that's funny. There it is.
Now we see the need for that Swamp Palace big key earlier.
At the beginning of the seed. The very beginning of the seed. So that's going to leave us with Master Sword Silverless for the time being. And Gylgamesh going to get the flippers. However, going to get sniped from the watery knoll. A GT small and diver down right. I like that. That's a good call. That should be 2 GT smalls. Yes, it is.
And that's all the GT smalls in a spoiler seed you're going to need. With no need to do GT basement, you just rush straight up to the top of the tower.
The majority of the time, that is usually the case for Pilot Spoiler. However, there are some times where that GT big is like, haha, I'm behind Armos Knights. And, you know, Hitman, I don't know about you, but I hate fighting Argus with Master Sword.
Yeah, it is not a fun fight. Better than Fighter Sword, though.
Oh, definitely not taking away, like, saying it's hard or anything like that. It's still just Argus, right? But I like Tempered Sword.
Yeah, you like those puffs to go down in one quick swing.
Especially if you can consistently get a few of them for a 0 cycle attempt. It's really quick. And we got everyone from the main channel joining us here during this race between SaHa's Backup Dancers and SaHa's Kids. GG to the people on the main channel as well. And we're getting the swamp play right now on Gilgamesh's squad. Swing. So we're going to get the mirror from Koi. More than likely, either the Meyer play or the Eastern play first. I think we should get the Eastern play first. Yep. And I agree with this as well. Ooh, speedy stairs from Koi. Yum. 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 Oh, get up there.
Having a little bit of difficulty getting up that last staircase. Doing a little dance there.
It's a very tight notch to fit yourself in.
Plus, you have the guard who wants to stop you in your tracks.
Well, the guard is like, yo, what is Zora doing here? You're not supposed to be here, dude. Get out of here. Not to mention, that is one scary looking Zora sprite, actually, with blue mail. What does it look like if it gets red mail? Does the ears and the eyes just change to red? I've never played this sprite. So I'm very curious, actually. I'll have to ask Koi whenever he's in.
It looks like the fin on the top of its head is like a bluish color. I'm not sure if it started that way.
And we're not going to get that GT small on Gilgamesh's side. Wave goodbye to it as he leaves. We still don't have a TR clear for SaHa's kids side, so they are a whole TR behind Aga's backup dancers. And that's coming to be the big difference right now in this race. And so far, that's the big difference in a lot of the races so far tonight, actually, is a TR lead. Very nice safe straps here for the Argus fight. And we're going to more than likely see the Armos quick kill here on Koi's side.
Ooh, shot one arrow too many there.
Should still be okay. And rewarded with silvers. And that explains why they're saving the mire. I could have said so beforehand, but like I said at the beginning of the race, I like to keep surprises.
And who doesn't like a Bullock bow?
Exactly. However, that does put Aga's backup dancers into go mode with Master Sword silvers. What are we going to Ice Palace for? Okay. Trying to get arrows? More than
Maybe he
likely
was
trying
going to
get
buy arrows and realized he didn't have enough money.
This is where NMG knowledge kind of comes in clutch. And I would not be digging here. You gotta go. You should be picking up pots in the dungeons as you go. There are a few pot drops, I believe, in Mire. I know that there's one in lobby. I know for a fact that there's one in lobby. It's the top pot out of the middle rails. I know that one. Oh yeah, and there's Vortex in chat confirming it as well. Yep. I know that there's a small magic refill in the top right of Spike Room. I don't know where a second 5-drop is actually though. We're trying to kill slimes for some arrow drops as well. Yeah, I think so too, Vortex. I think there's only one. And no arrow drops from the enemies in here either. Man, just unlucky on Koi's side right now. We have no blue cane and no cape on Koi's side either. We have blue mail, a few hearts. Where doesn't look like we're gonna get a we're gonna more than likely get half magic here though. No? Yes? You're teasing me. Okay, we're getting half magic. And straight to the back. We're not getting the blue goo out of big chest. We're not getting those 5 arrows out of the middle lobby. We're just going. Oh, you got sniped. We are zooming on Koi's side. The other thing is too is that it's kind of the pilot's job to find their runner some arrows as well. And a lot of your arrows that are in chests are not really in that great of places. However, if they were really concerned about arrows, they could have done cutscene chests for 10 arrows out of there as well. Cutscene chest apparently had 10 arrows. And I think we're burning magic to get a fake powder here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cane, like a blue cane or a cape to help him out with this video fight, so magic is not needed on his end.
And Vortex pointing out too, which is a good call. Should have just went to a rupee crab. Rupee crabs drop 5 arrows in this seed. So if our concern was arrows, that was the play. Was to flute to 7 and farm up some arrows from that bush crab. And that one honestly is not on the runner. That one's really on the pilot, to be completely honest. However, Koi still gets the kill. We're still going to get the blue goo. They're definitely going to want arrows for their tower climb, though. And we're getting the TR play right now on Saha Kid's side.
And it'll be interesting to see here on Koi's end if John, this pilot, is able to find him some quick arrows in the basement of GT, maybe in the Hope Room or in Dark Magician Room.
Some of the arrow chests were in GT. However, they're all Compass Room and Moldorm chest. Yeah, Vortex. On Gylgamesh's side, they still have to clear TR. And they still only have 2 TR smalls as well. And we're getting a death refill here on Gylgamesh's side as well. And this is where saving TR for last is never a good thing. If you save TR for last, sometimes it can come back to bite you, like it's going to right now for Gylgamesh on SaHa's kids.
Yeah, and one thing that's interesting to note is the difference in health between the two runners. Gilgamesh still on 6 hearts, whereas Koi is, I believe, on 10 hearts now.
The male difference is a big deal still on that part.
Oh, and look at that, 10 arrows and Hookshot Cave.
Hey, there we go. So there's 10 arrows pre. You're going to get 10 more arrows out of the Moldorm chest, and that should be all you need. Because we got half magic, so that's an easy fire rod climb. We're going to Hope Room. Really now.
So what have we got over here? Let's see. Ooh, there we go. A tempered sword. That's
And
definitely
there's
worth
that
it.
tempered. See, told you they were going to get tempered sword. You want to know where the last sword was?
Yeah, let's hear it. How bad? How bad?
It's behind Ice Armos. It is big key chest. That is not good. We're also gonna get another heart during this climb, actually. We are gonna get possibly 2 hearts, actually. There is one in Mini Helmasaur room and one in Pre-Moldworm chest. And then we got the 5 arrow drop as well from the Mimics. So Koi is not gonna need arrows anymore.
Yeah, definitely in good shape for this climb. And looks like he's setting up to hit up the safety room. I'm sure.
Something to point out really quick. Don't fall and then dash across. That's actually still slower than just walking. Because you got to wait for the whole animation of falling and stuff whenever you could already be 3/4 of the way across the bridge.
Definitely good information to know.
I figured I would let you know that. Well, not even just because we're on Restream right now, but like, this is something I would like DM you or something too, and be like, "Hey, fun fact."
Another thing that's interesting to note about the mode that we're playing this week is that the pilots can also check in on the stream of their opponent. So knowing where your opponent is definitely has an effect on the way you route things. Like Koi I'm sure knows that he's ahead by a fair amount, so he had time to go into that safety room to refill his health.
Yep. Well, the thing is, though, too, is that those heart containers will definitely be nice. Okay, Vortex pointing out that there's different speeds for it, depending if you have to stop for cannonballs or not. That's fair. And we're seeing the turtle shell blow up for Trinex here on Gilgamesh's side. I don't even remember what's on Trinex anymore at this point. Ooh. Hard to get sketchy there, but we got the kill.
Yeah, that red mail definitely coming in handy for him.
Yup. Honestly, that red mail was not in a bad spot either. I'm very surprised that Koi does not have it. Could have rotted away a lot of those hearts.
It was definitely not out of the way.
It was pot prison, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a very quick dip if you want more safeties. Yata, 50 more rupees.
Didn't want to go into Ganon completely broke.
Yeah, we got to retire after Ganon. And we're doing another fake powder here.
Koi definitely getting his money's worth out of that mushroom. I believe this is the 3rd fake powder for a fairy.
Just feels bad whenever you have half magic. You gotta stand there for what seems like ages to spam it down. You know, we see A buttons break for hovers, but have you talked about the Y button breaking for mashing to get rid of your magic bar? Nice hook shot into spin. Very easy Moldorm 2 fight coming out of Koi. Don't go for it. You want the chest. There you go.
Yeah, you definitely do not see a lot of these runs with the 2nd row of hearts coming into play.
I barely ever see above 7 hearts, to be completely honest. Oh, man. Gilgamesh trapping themselves with the mimics there, so they have to get them out the way. The really big takeaway, I would say, on SaHa's kids side is really count your keys. because I believe they went into TR with the intent of clearing it, but they only had 2 small, so they could not finish it. However, I think we're only going to be a few rooms of GT and a Ganon fight behind on SaHa's kid's side, so it was still a very close race. Even though a lot of the routing decisions were very, very different. If you're a burrito, what kind of burrito would you be? Me, I would fancy a spicy barbacoa burrito. You know, I kind of would do like a steak burrito. Like a nice, good steak burrito with some pinto beans, some white rice. I wish Chipotle was open right now.
I believe it looks like Koi got the 1-1.
Yep. The very risky damage-taking 1-1 as well. However, we still have that blue goo, I believe, so should be okay. Exactly, Lumaga. No guac. Can't do guac. Costs too much money, and it makes it all slimy and weird. Do sour cream instead. That's free. Get yourself some sleep vortex. And nice triple on Koi's side. And get your GGs up for Aga's backup dancers, taking this win on the spoiler pilot week for their game 1. And with this, while we're waiting for Gylgamesh to go ahead and finish up on their side, how you feeling going into game 2, Hitman?
Pretty good. We've gotten good momentum on our side these last couple of weeks. We got off to a little bit of a rough start week 1.
Yeah, I feel you on that rough start on week 1. We did not have the greatest co-op seed for our week 1. Feels bad that we have the 1 loss on our record, but it just be how it be. We took that loss and, you know, we took it to the chin and we hit the ground running after it. So it's good to see other teams doing that as well. Man, we got 1 boss kill swordless, 1 fight. Sorry. 1 boss kill swordless on a spoiler? Man. You know the swords were gross if you got a boss kill without a sword. So, while we got Gylgamesh, I believe it looks like Gylgamesh is going to more than likely finish this seed out. So, definitely good on them. So, while they go ahead and finish the seed out, we can go ahead and let's bring on in John the Branch and Immortal Koi for the post-game interview here in just a second. Going on, Koi and John. GG's.
GG's.
It's the interview time. GG.
Figured to get you guys nice and comfy in here while Gylgamesh go ahead and finishes the seed. We're going into the switch room chest right now.
It's really comfy and warm in here.
I mean, it's pretty nice. I got a big couch. But no, definitely GG's on your guys' side. My first big question is, why did we not grab that red mail?
Because it was in Pop Prison, so far away.
That's
Except
not
it would have
far
saved so much time because we ended up picking up so many safety hearts anyway. I saw all those blue bottles in the seed and I didn't realize how inaccessible they were in Mire, and I thought, well, we're going to be here anyway because look at all this stuff Mire has that we're going to need. It didn't have anything we needed. My brain just saw lots of goodies and said, oh, okay, we're going to be there fairly early. So I said, no, we're going to have tons of safety. And we had safety, but yeah, we didn't need to end on 11 hearts either. That was just kind of like being overly safe because we knew where we were way ahead, and we knew the only way to lose would be to die on Ganon and then fall on Ganon. So it was kind of just let's be as extremely hyper safe as possible towards the end there.
Well, and that's the agreement too, right? Is that you're getting the safeties because you know you're ahead, so why not guarantee the the straightforward aheadness. Like that's
Oh,
why I believe you guys got lamps, for that way Mire 2 was easier and everything else.
we didn't
But, like,
know
a
we
lot of it
were
makes sense.
ahead yet when we first decided not to get that red mail. We
That's fair.
hadn't been looking yet. That was still the Mindstorm mode of just figuring out where all the keys are. I think we figured out where all the keys were before we even finished off where all the items were. The keys were just so nice in this seed. Those TR keys were all just sort of laid out in front of us. Pod was not necessary to touch at all. We had what was that other? Oh yeah, Skull Woods wasn't necessary unless you wanted some of the goodies in there, and it had goodies too. It didn't have the it had 300 rupees, I think. It had quite a few goodies in there.
And
Yeah.
sorry, Koi, go ahead.
I was gonna say I felt good on blue mail, so I was like, we'll just skip all the pendants.
Yeah, that's totally fair. The only reason I brought up the red mail one was because of it was just pop prison, so it was pretty quick. And it drastically lowers the amount of hearts you need. And Gylgamesh dropping in again right now, starting this fight up.
Yeah.
Something
Get a triple,
else.
Giga.
Something else to point out as well. That digging episode right at Mire Portal.
Embarrassing. Definitely embarrassing, especially when I looked back at the chat.
I was like, how far ahead are we? I kind of want silvers for like a comfy amount of silvers.
Yeah, we didn't pick up Burna because when we did Smith Chain, we didn't have Flute yet, and it wasn't going to be convenient to later. So we just said, okay, we're doing this invincibility free this game.
Well, for the future, for the pilot's perspective, JTB, Bush Crab was was.
I know.
But other than that, for runner perspective, Koi, middle lobby, the third row where that railing is, where you dash through usually, instead of going to the bottom, go to the third row. That pot has 5 arrows.
The one above the
one above the anti-fairy or bunny beam.
Yeah,
sorry.
the bunny. Yeah, the bunny beam.
And get your GGs in for Gylgamesh. We got another Ganon Keel.
Well, not yet. Look who's spoiling now. Look who's watching the original stream and not the restream.
Ooh, triple maybe?
Yeah, triple.
That's close.
He wasn't walking forward. You got to walk forward with it.
I think Ganon might have been too high up. It was like
I'm just
really
watching
close.
the Discord stream, yo.
Oh, look at clever you.
Yeah, I'm coming whenever it's live.
Oh, I'm a dummy. I'm behind you. I'm the dummy. Yeah. See, look at me. You are.
Look who's late to the party.
Gylgamesh and Mikaneko Pai are late to the party. No, they're great. I like these guys. They're cool dudes.
A majority of this community is filled with pretty cool people.
GG to these guys. I first encountered Mikaneko Pai in the Challenge Cup just a couple months ago, and we were very evenly matched. I was dreading his spoiler ability because I'm pretty sure he's a better spoiler than me. I was very heavily leaning on the fact that Koi can low percent anything. The fact that he was able to get in with that lamp and go anywhere, that we did pick up the lamp just for safety. There was talk of just skipping the lamp because of where it was.
Yeah, but I saw where they were. I was like, I'll just grab it.
Well, that's the thing, is that the small key is very out the way, but if you already have the small key, there's no reason to not do it anymore.
Yeah.
Other than we had already done Back of Escape once because we needed to dip it to get, I think, the big key that was in there or something that was in there. Maybe it was the Swamp Small. I forget.
No, Swamp Small is TR. I can't remember. Or maybe it was like Swamp Big or something.
Oh, okay. Gylgamesh and Pai, it looks like are coming here too. Yeah.
The only key that was in the Back of Escape was your Tower of Hera Small, and that was not needed at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
GG Pai, GG Gylgamesh.
Yep, GG's all around.
That was a weird seed.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't have the time
weird,
to go into your chat and taunt you. I just decided to do it from, the main channel.
Oh, they need that main channel on.
But no, so I have to ask on SaHa's kid's side, whenever you guys were into TR, were you going in with the intent of clearing it and then realize that your key count was off?
No, we went in with the intent of just getting the pod small because I was like, I'm not going to do that on 4 hearts.
Okay, that's totally fair. Again, a lot of pilot spoiler comes down to doing what you're comfortable with. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying that I was saying that during a lot of this race is that if you're not comfortable with it, just don't do it.
Yeah, there was talk on our side of double dipping it, so don't
we
feel bad
talked
at all.
about it, and we're like, we have to climb the mountain again anyway, so we'll just get the swamp small and bail and come back at the end. Because there was
Yeah, was it
that-
required?
DR.
3 climbs required, I think we had to do, or was it 4?
Yeah, depends.
3.
Depends on
It would have been 3 minimum, I think, because you needed to get.
if you could have parapotted with the bombs, like cleanly the first time, you could have done Hera on the first trip up the mountain
Yeah.
when you got your meat.
Oh, yeah, that's what we.
Oh
we did.
yeah, wait, did we go up to Hera the first time? No, we just grabbed the mirror the first time because we said no, we want that mirror, and we just established. Oh, because we needed the. Oh no, wait, maybe we did.
You needed Bombos off Moldorm.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Almost off of Moldorm and Flute, also.
Yeah.
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 But
I mean,
didn't
it's
wanna risk
Sanity.
Parapot.
They've
with
all got
3
some
hours.
weird double dips and weird things you got to do.
Yeah.
This one was actually pretty generous and pretty nice. What was our final time? 110. Oh, actually, maybe it wasn't that nice. A really nice seat is sub hour for us.
Yeah, this one felt a little. There's a little bouncing back and forth.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Most
Yep, there was a
definitely.
lot of that.
Yeah, it wasn't a triangle trade double dip, but it was certainly.
Yeah, you had to go to like every corner, grab a key or grab an
Yeah.
item, and then come back.
It was
Also,
just
like-
you don't have to touch a pendant. That was the one thing.
Yeah.
That
also,
was the nice.
getting the money for Zora was really awkward.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. We were looking everywhere, and bush crabs didn't have anything. Stun prize didn't have anything. Tier
Nope.
3 triple had 20 rupees off of it, I think.
Yeah. No thanks. And was it 10 enemies you have to kill without getting hit?
I think
Or
Yeah.
some insane number.
No, it's
I
4.
think it's 4.
4, yeah.
No, 4 is tier 2. I thought.
It's
No.
4 without getting hit is tier 3.
4 without getting hit is
okay.
tier 3.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
4 getting hit is
Yeah.
tier 2.
And
No,
you
I
can
know.
actually do that pretty easily as well. There's a few there's a few strats for that.
But still, that's slower than, farming rupees out of the caves, which is
Yep,
what
right.
we ended up doing to get to the very end of it. When
Yeah,
we
we
picked
should-
up.
We should have done that. We didn't get flippers until like the end.
Yeah, but we didn't
Yeah.
really need them until late anyway, right? Like,
Well, if
Yeah,
you do swamp
before
earlier, you can get other cool stuff earlier. We definitely routed swamp in as early as we could, which ended up being after thieves anyway because we
yeah,
had
we
boots when we
messed
did
up.
thieves.
We definitely messed up because we did Mire first before Swamp, which after the fact realized that was a real bad idea because we could have silvers for Vicious.
Well, the other
Yeah.
thing too on your guys' side is that you guys did thieves without boots, while Coy and John did do thieves with boots.
Hmm.
That was a huge time save.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
also they probably didn't mirror out of thieves either, right?
No, we just mirrored out of
Nobody
TR.
did mirror out of
Well-
TR.
They mirrored out a TR. They did a bigger one.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I forgot. I was on Crystal Roller Room,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'll just use my bow, and then I mirrored over to, or
Oh,
I quick swapped a mirror because I didn't have bow.
ouch.
Yeah, I saw you guys
Happens
digging.
to
Were
everyone.
you guys trying to dig for arrows?
I was like,
I saw that.
I want
Oh,
a comfy
don't
amount
worry,
of arrows.
they already got the scolding on that one.
Okay.
That
I
one
watched,
that
like-
one was one of the first things I asked whenever they came in here. Actually,
I was
Yeah.
watching
Not
like,
one
come
of.
on,
It
just-
was
just
the.
just keep wasting time. Keep wasting time. We're catching
yeah.
up.
I was like, where are they? I want to
Go
have
play
more
dig.
arrows.
Go play dig game too. You'll have a higher chance there. Go there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I went to buy the 35, but
No money.
John
Yeah.
told me I didn't have money.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
both
we
had-
started doing it. I said, yeah, go do it. That's a good idea. And then he got to a certain point and I realized, oh, wait, this costs 100 rupees. We don't have 100 rupees.
Hey, Koi though, that's okay because all John had to do was tell you to flute one more spot to the left, and you would have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
right,
bush
for
crabs.
the
Yeah,
bush crab.
yeah.
Yep, flute to 7
Yeah.
bush crab right there.
I did ask where are the fastest bush crabs in the game, and my brain said safe
South
with the
Swamp.
sink. But yeah, by the dam is like right there.
I gotta remember. Yeah, I remember that one's there. Just forgot like I could just flute over and grab it, like one screen transition over.
It definitely happens. There's a lot of things that come up mid race where you're just
Mhm.
you're not thinking straight at all.
This mode is so fun. I feel
Yeah.
like you could practice this mode for years and still not perfect it.
Well, there's a whole tournament around it.
Yeah. Too bad it
What-
just
what-
happened because I
Aw.
definitely want to join it next year.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like a month ago.
Yep, that's the whole plan for a lot of teams actually is to join that for next year to prep.
If spoiler comes back.
But
Yeah.
with all that though, well, even if spoiler doesn't come back, it's still a good thing to practice. But either way, with all that, Any closing statements from either team? Let's go with backup dancers first.
I'll just say thanks everyone. You know, I'm sure we might not have gotten it at the hour mark with how fast this is going. So thanks Junker's wife for jumping in last second to stream. Thanks John for jumping in last second. You signed up for this 15 minutes before the race. Star also signed up 10 minutes before the race. So thanks to them for giving it a shot. Thanks Hitman, my teammate, for coming in and being here. Lumaga for tracking. It's super late over there, midnight. And thanks to oh wait, that's the whole crew. So yeah, thanks admins. thanks you at home. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. I did as well as I could have expected to do, and I think it went off with as few hitches as I could have imagined.
Heck yeah. And then over to you guys on SaHa's Kids. Anything for you guys to say?
That was fun.
Yeah,
Quote,
I would fun, quote unquote fun, yeah. And we get to do it again tomorrow too.
Yeah, we're gonna put Gilga back in a lab and work him up.
Oh
Yeah, we got
boy.
tomorrow.
I get to
Oh,
stare at
yeah.
next while
Yeah.
tomorrow instead.
Yeah,
Well,
now
I
you
can
can
comment
see
that
me
if I get a
flounder.
buddy. Hey, if any one of you at home wants to you know see the rematch, I will be commenting that if we get a full crew for it.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to thank Junker's wife for restreaming and also for rolling a seed with 2 swords in GT.
Yeah. Yonkers is now banned from rolling seeds.
Oh, here we go again. And, all right. With that horribly dead meme, I'm Jon Sue, and with my co-com Hitman here, we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night.
We got a raid. Just a heads up.
All right.
Oh, who's getting it? Oh, Sakura's going to get it, yo. Oh, baby.
Oh.
With that, show Sakura some love, guys, and we're out. Catch you guys later for more races.
Later.
GG.
Later.
GG, good night.